Okay, you're tuned into the Carter Edward Show right across the Super Radio Network, which takes us right up and down the east coast of Australia, the greatest country in the world to live. We've got all sorts of stuff happening for you this hour. And in this hour, we've got some... hang on a second. Well, as can usually happen, we've got Kirsty Akers just showed up at the window. I guess she's looking for something to eat. Hello. Hello, Kirsty. How you going?
Good.
What are you doing?
Well, I saw your light on outside and I thought, I thought I'd come in. Actually, you need to have a word to your security because the back door was open.
Really?
I could have been anybody.
I am security.
I could have been a big hairy man.
Yeah, well, you're not. You're a lovely, young, delightful young lady. Sweet, I thought you were in Sydney tonight.
I was, but, as I said, I saw your light on and I thought, I was driving past. Wonder what Carter's doing tonight.
Well, okay. Well, let's stop wondering what I'm doing. Let's find out what you're doing. Okay. You've got a new album coming out when?
In January. It's going to be released just in time for the festival at Tamworth, so it's a very exciting time right now. We're getting all the songs together, doing lots of songwriting, and we start recording very soon. So,
are you writing on your own?
I am writing on my own, but I've been doing lots of co-writing as well.
With whom?
I got to write with a couple of people not long ago. I did a mushroom writers workshop, and we went to Colburn for a week, not far from home, which was great, and we did a week of full-on songwriting. I got to write with Felicity and
great stuff.
And Carl Brody and another guy. He came all the way over from Nashville. His name's Trey Bruce, and he's just written some of the biggest hits that you will ever think of. And his dad is also a big hit writer. He actually wrote "Mamas Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be Cowboys."
Oh, good stuff.
Yeah, and he was over, and we hit it off, and we wrote a couple of songs, and he actually ended up staying a whole extra week. He cancelled his flights and stayed an extra week, and we wrote a lot more. So we've got a bunch of songs now, and hopefully some of them are going to make it on the album.
Isn't that wonderful? So he stayed an extra week just to write songs.
He
with
did.
you.
I was very lucky. He's a wonderful man. Yeah, very talented.
Wow. Well, you're very talented. Otherwise, he wouldn't have stayed that extra week.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Now, you've done so very, very well in the short time you've been in the public eye. You've been singing since you were 3 years of age.
I have been. I've been singing since I was 3, entered my first talent quest when I was 3, and, I'm still here now doing it. So I'm a bit of a veteran, even though I'm only 20 years old.
20 years of age and you've done that much. That's amazing.
Thank you, Carter.
Okay. Now, you've obviously made up your mind that this is your passion and you're going to follow it through to its nth degree.
Definitely.
Where is your ultimate goal right at this moment?
Right at this moment, I think it's really working towards getting the new album out, and I think a lot more golden guitars would be wonderful, and of course cracking it in Australia, Australia-wide and also overseas. I think that would be the ultimate thing that would happen, and of course meeting Dolly Parton. You can't leave Dolly out.
Of course, you are a little pocket-sized Dolly Parton yourself. You're even smaller than Dolly, aren't you?
I think I am, yes.
Yeah. Wow, and you have a kindred spirit with Dolly because you've listened to a lot of her songs, haven't you?
I have. That's all I grew up on when I was younger.
Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton, yeah.
Okay. You've got a whole lot in front of you as far as your career is concerned.
Definitely.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now you're getting to write with the best people in the world. And you're also making such a name for yourself, because only two things to do in show business. That's to get your act together and then make a name for yourself. You've got your act together. You became the Star Maker winner in the last, which was 2008 Tamworth Festival.
2007.
Oh, 2007.
Yep.
Sorry. Okay. Got you now. Yeah, all right. 2007, was it 2 years ago?
It was.
All right. Now, tell me about yourself. What sort of music do you listen to just to relax yourself? Country?
It's full-on country, It's always been country for me, and I do feel like a bit of an old person stuck in a young person's body because it's always been country. I wouldn't even know what the top 10 hits are on the young radio stations now because, as I said, it's always been country, and I always grew up on people like Dolly Parton and Hank Williams and Johnny Cash and Mel Haggard, and I still listen to all that stuff now, but I listen to a lot of other country now too. People like Shania. You can't leave sexy Shania Twain out. She's just wonderful. And she's been going great and really influenced me as well. So I've got a bit of a mixture going. So I've got a bit of the the real old country sort of stuff, and then your Shania sort of stuff. So yeah, it has been a great mixture of people to influence me.
Okay. Do you think you'd ever have any aspirations to do crossover country into the rock?
I wouldn't necessarily sit down and say, okay, we've got to find some songs that are gonna cross over. At the moment, I'm just doing stuff that is influencing me, and my writing's showing that. But if it happens to cross over, then that's great. But yeah, I wouldn't sit down and say, okay, I want to do this so it crosses over. But it would always be great for the bank account.
Exactly. Now, you have been to Nashville.
I have.
Made a lot of contacts over there.
I did, lots of contacts. It was great to go over there. I won a competition just before Star Maker, and it was the Road to Tamworth competition, and it's sort of similar to Star Maker, but it's another competition, and you got to go over to Nashville as part of that, and I got to do a week of songwriting with some of the biggest songwriters in Nashville, and I've actually, as you said, made a lot of contacts over there and kept in contact with all those people, and you know, they've been sending me some of their stuff over now for me to consider to record, so it's great.
Great. Well, you're a very talented young lady, and that's what happens. You see, you light your fire in somebody else's mind, and they take it from there.
Oh, thank
and
you.
you have the spark in you, and you also have the necessary talent to take you as far as this is going to go, right out to the stars.
Thank you, Carter.
Okay. I'm going to play some of your songs tonight. Tell me your favourite song. I just happen to have one of your albums here. It's the one. Tell me about the song "It Gets to Me."
It Gets to Me is one of my favourite songs on the album. It is an original song of mine, and you know, like most young girls, when you get your heart broken for the first time, you do turn into a bit of a man hater, I have to say. So lots of my first songs I ever wrote were real man bashing songs, and this is one of them about a guy that broke my heart. And you know, I was sitting there thinking, what's the best way I can get back at this guy without doing the same thing? I thought I might write a really nasty song about him and sing it every time he's around, so then he'll feel so small he'll want to go and crawl back into the hole he came out of.
Yeah, Kirsty Lee Akers, thank you for coming in, sweetie. It's nice of you to drop in. I'm going to play some more of your songs as we go through the evening.
Thanks.
Okay, before you go, obviously you've just done a gig in Sydney. So you've got all your gear in the car. You got your guitar in the car?
I can see where this is going. Yes.
So can I, because there's no way in the world that you're going to get out of this building without probably going into the next studio and putting down a couple of songs for us, because we're going to shoot that across to YouTube.
Oh, that'd be great. I thought I was clocking off, but, you know, just for you, Carter. I'll
It's
go
not
get
for me,
it.
it's for the audience. They're going to love you.
Definitely. I'll go and get it.
Okay, thank you. This is Kirsty Lee Akers going to go and get a guitar. You want to run?
I'll run.
Because I'm running short of time.
I'll run off now.
All right, thank you. Kirsty Lee Akers, who's one of the rising stars of today. She's going to hit the full heights tomorrow. Believe me, she's going to go right to the top. Kirsty Lee Akers.